Hi everybody, we are live at Broadsands Beach.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! And guess where we are? We're at SUP 12. And I'm here with my buddy, my sidekick, my friend, my wingman, Simon from SUP FM. That we are here to cover Brendan Prince's SUP 12 tomorrow. So we're just here this evening. Look at that weather. Haven't we all been waiting for this for so long? So we're just showing the backdrop. The venue has been moved from Tor Abbey Sands because of the wind and weather, but it's looking good for tomorrow, isn't it, Simon?
It's looking absolutely fantastic. Yes, it's the second annual SUP 12 and we will be going live tomorrow morning, just shortly before 7 o'clock for 12 full hours. And if you thought that we couldn't talk about SUP for 12 hours plus, then you'd be wrong. Last year we proved that we could do it. You might be hearing some of the same stories again, but we've also got some other stuff going on, including some special guests.
I am so excited. Simon's been a very, very clever person. I've just pitched up and turned the phone on, and Simon does a lot of background work and speaking to contacts, people that we both know actually, and we've got some really exciting guests who are going to drop into the live feed in the afternoon. So there's no time to get bored. There's just so much that we can talk about. We talk about the races this year. Over 90. Well, I think he's got 101 registered. Last year it was 27, so much bigger event. But yeah, we've got these special guests. Are we going to tease them with it or not? No.
I don't think we'll give you any more clues.
They are big names and they are very exciting people, and they're people that we absolutely adore. So you can guess if you want to. But yeah, they're going to be some really special guests, and there's going to be some epic paddling.
There is, and we've got some returnees from last year. From the men's side, we've got Bruce,
Champ
and PJ, first and second last year. But there are a bunch of people who are returning this year, which is a validation of last year's race, because it was great in so many different ways. There did look to be a lot of broken bodies in the Torquay Rugby Club at the end of the day, because endurance-wise, 12 hours paddling on a sea environment is quite a toughie.
Yeah.
But everyone enjoyed it, and that they're returning this year. So, but we've also got some new people who were delighted by the experience last year, and clearly finding this race as a new sort of compulsive race on the agenda.
Yeah, I think people have really been inspired by watching it, and hopefully they were watching the live feed and inspired by that and talking to their friends, and I think they really just thought, let's go and have a go. There are people here who really haven't paddled a great deal. There are people here who train all the time. So there's a real mixture, a real mixed bag of paddlers, and they're all just willing to have a go. Some of them don't know how far they're going to be able to paddle, but they're all just want to have a go. Should we turn the camera around and have a look at some of them at registration? Let's do that. Let's swing round and let's go and see these babies. So this is a registration tent. This is the beach. Look at that. I mean, we've been waiting so long for this weather. You see a little offshore wind there. There's your giveaway flag. Look, beach huts aplenty. A great cafe. A couple of great cafes actually. And let's go and see these people over here. We've got Shorties here. Super band there, Shorties, providing all the t-shirts and the tech tees, and we've got the timekeepers. Remind me of what they're called, Simon, please.
What's my time? What's
my time? So they are the official timekeepers. They're actually running registration, so brilliant. And they're right at registration. You can see Andrea and Dom Moore. Who else have we got? Oh, this young man here, whoop, Joe Jones from Wales. He paddled at Buell, and he's a really good paddler. We've just seen Gavin Knox from Northern Ireland going past. We've got so many paddlers. Shall we say hello to them? Oh, we've got Chris Lehman here and Anna Gale just there. Chris in the red top. Who else have we got? We've Dave Scott is here. Karen and Bruce. Sarah Perkins. There's the lovely Gavin from Northern Ireland. So yeah.
Is that in the?
In the green hat, Tanya Ecker from Germany. So we've got a couple of international paddlers here today. We've got Tanya and we've got Vera from Sweden. So I've had a good chat with them. They've had a great flight over and borrowing boards. You know what the SUP community's like. They've got their boards sorted. They just had to bring their paddles. And we've got Duncan from, he's a Brit who lives in Germany. So he's here. Craig Sawyer is here. We don't have the lovely Skip. Skip is missing in action. We know exactly where he is, but he's not here. But yeah, so look, the sun is shining. They're all signing their lives away. Young lady there with the pink hair, that's Pinky Paddles. That's Leanne. But yes, that wind is just tucking behind me there, Simon, and tide's coming in.
Absolutely, and Tanya Ecker, I mean, it's great to get some more international standard paddlers here. I mean, obviously we've got our domestic paddlers who performed at the highest level in Italy last week at the ICF. Now, you were over there, Sarah. What were the results there for GB?
Well, I tell you, Team GB, and actually we just have to big up really the 50 plus women because it was all about the 50 plus women. We had Lydia Clifton from Cornwall. She was paddling and she didn't have a choice. She had to go in the open. Hi Crispin, where are you, my lovely? I hope you're on your way. Crispin Jones from Waterbourne SUP is coming and is going to paddle this tomorrow. So yeah, Italy was fabulous. Lydia did incredibly well. Her first international competition. She's been training with the guys down at Kerno, Ginny and Hector and others, and she really put a good account of herself. And then in the 50 plus women we had Andrea, Sarah Perkins, Annie Ritzel-Smith and Ginny Betts, and there were just medals and medals and medals coming. So,
and of course there was only one winner in the Kahuna class at the ICF Championships. The Kahuna class is an inflatable class, and out of a field of 80, we also had a British winner there. Didn't we, Sarah? Who was that?
That was me. So, having not raced for a very long time, actually, I've dropped in on a few races, actually. There was an inflatable class, and I just thought I'd go and just have fun. So I borrowed a board from the lovely guys at J-Bay Zone over there, and just went out and got stuck in. It was like a mass start, 80 paddles on the water, and I was the first 60 plus woman. I got a gold medal. So not gold, but a medal, which was really lovely. So it's nice to be part of it. But the girls did incredibly well. We had 3 gold medals from Ginny, 2 silvers from Sarah, and they all just stood up and were counted, and it was just great to see in the sprint final and the tech final. There were 8 paddlers in the final, and in each of those finals, 4 of those 8 were British women. I mean, amazing. So if you want to go to a great event, the Spring SUP race in Italy, it's at the beginning of the season. The venue is just, could not be more perfect. The people are lovely. Just go and have a go. It's so inclusive, and you get the really top name riders there as well. And you get, people. And loads of kids, loads and loads of kids. So loads of juniors. So we have the junior section. We have the sort of 15, 16-year-olds. We then have the 12-year-olds. There were a lot of them there. So that's the future of racing. So.
Well, in Europe, and I know we've got a lot of juniors in the UK racing as well. We could always have more, but what a fantastic meet that is. But of course, it's almost Italian temperatures here. Probably.
Do you know what? It
about
actually
as close
feels,
as we're likely to get in.
It feels
in the
like
spring.
it felt at 5 o'clock over there, because there was a little bit of a breeze on the lake, and we had the sunshine like this. But it did. You had to put your hoodie on. At sort of 5 or 6 o'clock. So today has felt quite tropical.
Absolutely.
Compared to the last 6 months.
And let's hope for all the paddlers competing that tomorrow will feel equally as tropical. We understand that the wind's going to be slightly less. It hasn't been excessively bad. You can see in the background how flat the sea is down here, but there is a little bit of wind, which is blowing in a southwesterly direction at the moment, which is obviously speckling the sea. But there's no swell at the moment, and I think that should please all of the competitors.
And also the course is laid out so that each side of the bay, when they tuck in to go around the buoys, they will be quite sheltered by the cliffs. Yeah, they will be. So, you know, they might have a bit of side wind, you know, across the bay, but either side it will be a bit sheltered. So it's going to be really interesting to see who, you know, we've got Marie Buchanan competing, we've got PJ, we've got Bruce, we've got Tanya, who's a really strong endurance player. It's going to be hard, really hard to call it, you know. I'm saying Bruce and Marie, but you didn't hear that here.
Well, yeah, that's where the smart money is. And of course, you know, in terms of the wind, Crispin, you're quite right. It may or may not be, I guess, a challenge. And tactically, it's fascinating because obviously there is some protection from the headlands here. So the question is, how much do you hug that headland, which obviously would mean that you have to cover more territory, more meters, or do you just take the crow fly approach and just deal with the headwind or the crosswind?
And
or
also
whatever?
they might take the speedy approach on those, you know, those benign conditions, and they go, right, I'm going to go, you know, a good paddle stroke, efficient, you know, let's get that bit done because there's nothing else. And yeah, it's going to be really fascinating. I'm going to try and get on the headland tomorrow. We might do a split screen thing if we can work it out, Simon.
Yes.
We're such pros, you know, we're such pros. And yeah, try and get some shots from the headland of them going around to that beautiful little bay. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
It's absolutely lovely. I think the other thing here is around the beach and the side of the beach. So particularly towards the low tide, that is quite a bit of a beach run. And if we just sort of swing round here, then you can see that they will come up via this staircase. At the bottom there's quite a step to go up, so that's going to be interesting.
There is a real, I mean, Bruce is going to be using his crampons, I think, on that step, because it's quite a hefty step. And I say this in front of Bruce, so don't, you know, I'm not taking the mickey out of him, but, you know, we say this to his face. And then they run along here, run along this bit here.
Run underneath that shore tees, that will be raised for tomorrow.
Whilst you're waiting, if anyone's got any questions, I'm kind of doing jobs.
So questions for Brendan then on the live feed. Ian, Crispin, any questions? Okay, we'll wait.
Chris.
Hi, Chris.
So yeah, you'll go up past Shorties, and you can just see the SIC flags on the other steps, and people will go down those steps.
Yeah.
Okay.
So limbo time otherwise. Absolutely right, Crispin. It's not an additional obstacle course. I think 12 hours is probably enough.
Yeah, we're gonna swing around again because Brendan is actually chatting. He's got some boards actually that people can use. So there's a new rule for this race, and if anybody wants to swap a board with anybody or use one of the demo boards, they will be able to do that for one lap only. So how cool is that?
So we've got a question there. How big is a GPS tracker? Will it fit in a PFD belt pocket?
Let's go and ask.
Let's go and ask.
Question on the live feed. How big is the GPS tracker and where does it go?
It's a-
Is there a GPS tracker?
What do you mean?
Who's on the left ankle?
Okay, it's that big.
Left ankle.
There we
Is that
go.
what you mean?
Yeah, sorry.
It's that big and it goes on the left ankle.
There we go, Crispin. That is the answer. So now Brendan's a massive man, so that's actually A4 sized. So I'm not sure whether that works or not.
Oh, Ian McCarthy. Oh, we would have loved to have had you here, Ian. It's going to be great. We hope you can check in tomorrow and watch. We've got some great guests. But yeah, what a shame you can't come. I've also seen some other names on here. Crispin, hope that answered your question. Limbo time, yeah, absolutely. Hi, Stephen. Thank you very much for watching. Blah, blah, blah. Samantha Rutt. Hello, my darling. Thank you for your nice things. Lots of... Oh my goodness, so you're bringing the kids down as well. Oh, good luck. Good luck, Crispin. Fair play. And Jackie Edwards, hi. Thank you so much for checking in. So, coverage starts, as Simon said. Let's go back into the gloriously flattering sunlight. Coverage will start with us at what, 6:45 or something?
6:45, I think.
So live on supjunkie.uk Facebook page, so check out the new page. And I've actually put on the cover photograph that this is the new page, just in case there's any doubt. This is a new logo, check that out. So yeah, coverage will start and we will be cracking on for 12 hours. What we're going to do actually is possibly every, do we think 3?
2 to 3 hours.
Every 2 to 3 hours we might do a quick switch off. Depends how we're going, because obviously things need charging and we will need a little bit of recharging and have a coffee or something. It may be that we just crack on all day. We just, I leave Simon here and I go and bunk off. So yeah, but we'll be covering for 12 hours. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, very, very exciting.
So actually what would be really lovely if you are watching now and if you see it come up tomorrow, if you see the live feed come up, maybe you can share it anywhere. Share the live feed wherever you like. Yeah, is that a good idea?
Absolutely. And if you want to keep up with the scores, they are online. The easy link is supfmpodcast.com/SUP Times. So that's supfmpodcast.com/SUP Times, and that will link you right the way through to the page of timings, and you can see if you are following anyone, where they are in the queue of timings. So
maybe we'll drop the link underneath this video. We'll put the link in on the Facebook page under this video, so you'll know where it is. But yeah, do follow their times. That's so exciting watching a GPS go round and
watching everything develop.
Yeah, and we'll obviously be bobbing over to see those guys and just check out where people are, because it was quite confusing last year, wasn't it?
Yes.
To know.
And particularly with the numbers, going round. We will be showing the. We will be talking through the times as we go to give you a bit of an understanding of what's happening. It's really, really fantastic conditions, and we're expecting sort of similar conditions tomorrow. So,
We've got lots to talk about, haven't we?
We've got lots to talk about. There's lots of people to talk about it with as well. Obviously, as we mentioned, Craig Sawyer, Yukon 1000. There are so many stories to tell, and it's all about the narrative during the course of the day, because to misuse a horrendous cliche, it's a bit of a journey. People are on a bit of a journey, literally and also metaphorically.
Yeah, and if you've got any questions on the day, or just say hi, show us some love, because we love to see your name up. We try and respond to everybody who puts a comment or chucks a like in. It's really nice to have that interaction, isn't it, between us and you guys out there. We really appreciate your support.
You really keep us going. So any comments? 12 hours. It's a lot of talking about SUP. I think we've been up to the job before, haven't we? And I think we've
got this.
Yeah, we absolutely have, with your help. So, look forward to seeing you tomorrow, 7 till 7, and probably a little bit of afters as well at the prize giving.
At the after party, there's apparently a lot of beer.
Well, I'm certainly.
Brendan's worried that it's not going to get drunk, but I feel we can do that too.
Well, I think in a sporting context, I once read in Runner's World, it is the ideal rehydration strategy.
Really?
I'm not sure whether it applies to live stream as much as it does for athletic endeavours. Yes, it said it. I think it was 2001, so obviously it was different probably back in those days.
I think things have changed.
Yeah, but anyway, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be brilliant. We will see you all tomorrow, 6:45, 12 hours, live feed. Please come and join us. Please come and share the live feed when it comes on if you're watching. And we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks
Cheers.
for your support.